Probation. Now I will allow the rest of my crew to introduce themselves.
Gerald Evans, Cattaraugus Probation, juvenile officer.
Speak up.
I'm Tanya Kilby from Cattaraugus County Probation and an adult officer.
Claire Ramadan, Cattaraugus County Probation, juvenile officer.
Woody Diffenderfer, Cattaraugus County Probation, adult officer.
Luann Whitcomb, Cattaraugus County Probation, juvenile officer.
Mal McIntyre, juvenile officer, Cattaraugus County Probation Officer, and the probation officer for 2009, New York State.
Chris Germack, Cattaraugus County Probation, and I'm an adult officer.
We're bragging now. Anyways, that's who we are, Cattaraugus County Probation. The officers here represent 126 years worth of experience in probation, over a century and a quarter worth of experience, and several thousands of hours worth of training. We also represent a number of people who possess varying abilities and interests, and come from varying backgrounds. We're coming together with this training to assist offenders of even more diverse backgrounds to assess their abilities and interests, achieve their goals, what they need to do. This is also who we are. Here on the top here, we are counselors, case managers, courts, communicators, and centrally in the middle there is the badge to represent the fact that we are, no matter what else we're doing, we are law enforcement. Jim Patron told us yesterday that he still very much enjoys arresting people. And we all kind of chuckled at that, and I chuckled, but I get it, because I do too, and I know some of you do. Still enjoy arresting those people that need to be arrested for the protection of the community. But that being said, we also very much enjoy helping those people that need to be helped, again, for the protection of the community. And that's who these people are. Right down here. They are musicians, students, teachers, welders, scientists, those that encompass all the 6 Holland codes and all the spectrum of Super's Career Rainbow. Everybody. Unfortunately, I don't have exact statistics on who it is that we are supervising. That's somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1,000 adult offenders, approximately 200 juveniles, I believe. Of that, I believe 60-65% are male, the remaining 35-40% are female. A little better than 100 that identify themselves as Hispanic, better than 100 African American, and about 150 identify themselves as Native American, which last time I checked was the highest percentage of Native American offenders under supervision in the county probation department of the state. But regardless of who they are, they're all under some sort of community supervision, be it sent to probation, interim supervision pending sentence, or released under supervision pending prosecution. Or on the juvenile side, I don't even know what you guys do. Payments of diversion, all the way up to adjudicated JDs under a year or 2 supervision. And what we plan to do with these people, actually when we were asked to state our mission, one of our officers here, the Probation Officer of the Year, carries around our county department's mission statement in her pocket. I don't think I'd ever read it before, but she gave it to me. And it actually makes a great deal of sense and kind of jives with what we're doing here. Excuse me as I look at my notes to refresh my memory to kind of paraphrase from that. Our mission is to promote public safety by assisting offenders to remain in the community as law-abiding and productive citizens. In the juvenile justice role, to strive to promote the growth of juveniles in a positive, law-abiding manner. Speaking of being productive, no matter who it is or where they come from, who they are under supervision, they can all benefit from some sort of employment assistance, be it training, obtaining, maintaining their employment. And that is where training comes in. There are any number of studies, some of which have been cited by our trainers, that will show that employment reduces recidivism. That's a fact. Everybody seems to know that at this point. And that is how we're going to go about taking what we've learned here for the benefit of our department, people we supervise, our community. Specifically, after we're done with this training, if we all survive this training, we will be the only county in the state of New York where every officer, adult and juvenile, are trained in at least one evidence-based practice, the majority of which will, of course, be trained in OWDS. So we will be able to use everything we've learned here, the tools, the assessments, everything we know here individually with the people we supervise in office visits, field visits, wherever we happen to encounter them, we can use these. We use them in groups. We currently run at least one Ready Set Work group. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Ready Set Work program group. I believe it was an offshoot of NIC, OWDS. People only kind of called a bunch of stuff together to create this group to assist people in seeking, obtaining, making employment. With everybody in our department training, we can run 2, 3, 4 groups at a time. And that's what we plan to do. We also plan to literally knock down some walls in our department. Bust up some walls and make a group room actually right in our department. We've mentioned, I believe yesterday or the day before, it's difficult to find appropriate locations to hold groups like this. So we're just going to do it right there. We're not going to bother asking anybody else. Additionally, and I guess more specifically, what you guys are going to learn about in the next couple of weeks as we do our larger presentation, we're going to take that Ready Set Work group, RSW group, and kind of tweak it a little bit to apply more directly to younger offenders, youthful offenders under adult supervision, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, and the 13, 14, 15-year-olds under juvenile supervision. Because as we all discussed yesterday or the day before, that's not getting done in schools. Obviously, they don't know how to write resumes, fill out an application even, let alone assess their skills, assess their ability to get an appropriate job. God knows it's not being done at home. The parents aren't doing it. We've got a bunch of kids coming through here that don't have any idea what they're going to do with their life and their career along their rainbow. We're going to try to fix that at the earliest possible stage with the ultimate goal always of reducing my caseload as adults. That's our program. Anything to add? Anybody? Any questions? Stop sign.